Hey everyone, welcome back. So today, we're diving into a super exciting explainer all about how real estate professionals are completely transforming their local search presence. And we're doing it using something you might not even know about yet, Google Web Stories. We're going to unpack some killer insights from seasoned experts and basically map out exactly how this whole strategy works. Let's jump right in, shall we? Okay, be honest. Are you totally tired of those giant mega portals swooping in and stealing your top-of-funnel leads? I mean, big names like RealGeeks, Seer Interactive, or IDX Broker, they're basically giant machines that thrive when agents depend on them. It's frustrating, right? But today, we're looking at a seriously compelling alternative to win all that traffic back. And the best part? It's completely free, and it's totally on your own terms. Here's our quick playbook for today's explainer. First, we'll meet Google Web Stories. 2, we'll cover your unfair realtor advantage. 3, we're cracking AEO and GEO. 4, we'll go over 4 winning story types. And finally, number 5, avoiding common mistakes. Let's get to it. All right, part 1, meet Google Web Stories, or what I like to call the end of rented attention. So we're all pretty familiar with social media stories, right? Like on Instagram or Facebook, you post something, you're essentially just renting an audience for some fleeting content, and boom, it completely disappears after 24 hours. Gone. Google Web Stories, though, total game changer. These are permanent SEO assets that you actually own. They live right there on your own website, and they're built on really fast-loading AMP standards, that's accelerated mobile pages. So instead of vanishing into thin air, they just sit there, building long-term search equity on your domain, day after day. And honestly, the sheer scale of visibility these things give you is just incredible. Because they're so visual and kind of snackable, Google loves them. They put them in extremely prominent spots. We're talking Google Discover, Google Images, standard Google search results, a dedicated Web Stories carousel, and now even those new AI overviews. It's basically free real estate across the entire Google ecosystem. Moving on to part 2, your unfair realtor advantage, and exactly why you're actually already prepared for this. Take a look at this quote. This is a really powerful insight from digital marketing strategist Jay Valento, who, by the way, has an incredible 33 years of real estate experience under his belt. He points out that web stories provide free, top-of-funnel traffic that portals can't block. Think about that for a second. That is absolutely crucial. You aren't paying for these clicks, and those giant portals literally cannot outspend you to block your highly localized visual stories from reaching buyers and sellers right at the beginning of their search journey. No way. Now, here's the absolute best part. You don't even need to start from scratch. As a real estate pro, you're already sitting on an absolute goldmine of a content arsenal. You've got high-quality listing photos, neighborhood lifestyle details, local market updates, blog posts, IDX pages, all of it. You can literally take this exact existing content and spin it into web stories with barely any extra work. You've already done the hard part. Okay, part 3, let's unpack some of the nerdy stuff. Cracking AEO and GEO, the actual SEO mechanics. First up is AEO. That stands for Answer Engine Optimization. Basically, this is exactly what AI search engines are hungry for right now. Web stories feed AI perfectly structured content, rich visual metadata, really short direct answers, and clear entity clusters. So when someone asks an AI searcher a specific question about your local market, your web story is perfectly packaged to pop up as the definitive answer. Next, we have GEO. You can think of GEO as basically injecting a local authority into your content by highlighting specific neighborhoods, tracing out geographic boundaries, or, showcasing local buildings, landmarks, and lifestyle parks. You're sending massive signals to Google. GEO is all about proving to the algorithm that you are the true, undisputed local expert in places like, say, downtown Long Beach or Belmont Shore. It forces Google to see you as an authentic authority rather than just another generic portal clone. So how does this actually look in practice? Well, let's look at your site structure. Every single story you make acts like an anchor. For instance, say you create a story called Downtown Long Beach Condos. Inside that story, you drop a link back to your main neighborhood page, maybe another link to your latest market update, and hey, throw in a call to action for your buyer's guide ebook too. Suddenly, you've built this incredibly powerful, interconnected web of links that Google completely trusts. You are literally funneling all that SEO juice and authority straight into your core money pages. Which brings us to part 4. 4 winning story types. Here is your exact playbook. These are the proven formats you can start using today to feed your website massive authority signals. Number 1, neighborhood stories. Think titles like Living in Belmont Shore, What Buyers Love, or 7 Buildings You Need to Know. Second, listing stories. Give people a highly visual swipe through like inside 123 Main Street, Ocean View Condo Tour, or top 5 condos under 500K. Third up, market stories. Stuff like, is now a good time to buy, or a snappy monthly update. And finally, lifestyle stories. Best walkable areas, or top buildings with rooftop views. These formats are super engaging, and honestly, they're incredibly easy to whip up using the assets you already have sitting on your hard drive. All right, almost done. Part 5, avoiding common mistakes, or what not to do. Listen, if you make these fatal flaws, web stories just won't work for you. First, forgetting your internal links. You have to link back to your main pages. Second, missing captions and text overlays. Search engines literally need text to understand what your images are actually about, so do not skip that. Third, publishing inconsistently. You gotta keep the momentum going. But the absolute biggest mistake, treating these like Instagram stories. I literally cannot emphasize this enough. If you don't use text overlays, or if you treat them like temporary social fluff, you will destroy their value. These are permanent, structural SEO assets. You have to treat them with the strategic respect they deserve. So what does this all mean for you? Well, we've covered the what, the why, and the exact how. You now hold the playbook to start generating that free top-of-funnel traffic that those big mega portals simply cannot touch. You already have the assets, and now you understand the mechanics, which really just leaves us with one final, absolutely crucial question. Are you ready to stop renting your audience on social apps and finally start owning your local search equity? I really want you to think about how you can leverage your very next listing or market update into a web story today. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will catch you in the next one.